Good morning, Story Trading VIPs. It's Friday, February 17th. Monday, the markets close. It's President's Day. Okay, Monday night, we do have our VIP meeting. We're going to have Tony on talking about a new stock. Okay, I'll let you know a little bit about that new stock in just a second. And before we get started, I also want to let people know our app is now available for download at storytrading.com/app. It hasn't officially been released, so just a few of you who are listening to this on YouTube here over the weekend, if you're not a Story Trading member yet, you can sneak in and get a bit of a free preview here the next few weeks, okay? So that's at storytrading.com/app. Now, I got to say, this is the first time this year that I'm feeling bearish. I forgot when the trigger exactly was. It probably had something to do with going up on bad news or CPI data coming in light, something like that. But, you know, if you've been following me, I've been very bullish for a long time this year. And yesterday was the first time I'm like, maybe the rally's over. So let me give you a couple ideas why that is. First of all, let's just look at the major levels. SPY, the key one we've been talking. First, you can see the break below the 20 DMA. So right there, if that holds here in pre-market, you're like, okay, well, you know, we could move down further. But go to the weeklies. Remember, I've been talking about the weekly. How come it's not showing up there? Let's go to the week. Okay, I've been talking about the weekly 50-week moving average support. Now, you do have major support at around 400, maybe a touch below 400. So I would like to see that level hold. I'm not convinced it will. But even if you're making a move down to 400, that's significant enough of a move to get out of Dodge for a little bit if you're trading and reduce margin, you know, stop playing call options, things like that. So we're definitely due for a pullback. Now, again, how deep does that pullback go? Do we hold at the 50-week moving average? It's also notable that the 50-week moving average is right here on QQQ. So any lower, and you really get into a bad spot with QQQ. But what are the things that really got me to change my mind here to say, okay, I'm bearish? It's about three pieces of data. One of them is UUP, which you can use as a proxy for interest rate expectations. Okay, so as you see UUP higher, most likely that means people are expecting, there's other surveys out there I don't have access to that, hey, interest rate expectations are higher. So usually when UUP is popping, you see this big gap from Wednesday, and there was another gap Thursday morning. When that happens, usually risk assets are down. ARKK and Bitcoin are the two big ones we follow. Now, that didn't happen. Now, by the way, that UUP is up because PPI is up, inflation is up. People are thinking, oh, we'll have to keep rates higher, and higher rates worse for companies not making a profit in speculative assets. But look at this. Look at what Bitcoin did. Bitcoin was surging like almost inexplicably while UUP was rising. And to me, that was a potential sign of a top. Okay, I'm not sure the mechanics of what caused this. Was it a short squeeze? I don't know. But, you know, when you get these like, it's like almost like a blow off top, you know, that doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. I've seen that before, and oftentimes that's a sign of a top. Yesterday afternoon, finally things reacted. The trigger seemed to be the Bullard comments, but I wasn't surprised by the Bullard. In fact, I've been seeing, as I said in the post-market wrap yesterday, I've been seeing commentary coming through that, you know, I can't tell you which Fed speaker it was, but I swear I saw things coming through my Twitter earlier this week that, hey, Fed speakers thinking we could go 50 basis points. All right, now maybe another one, maybe Bullard came, or maybe that was speculation that Bullard would say that. But for me, the real trigger that was coming was already the price action we're seeing in UP, and yesterday morning, the hot PPI. Remember, I actually went into some hedge with the hot PPI yesterday morning. I did sell it at the end of the day. Wasn't a big position. I didn't make a lot of money, to be honest, and I was in and out of it. But that was FANGD and SARK, SARK and FNGD. And I got to say, if you look at the long term here on ARK, if this is a pullback, you know, this could be just the beginning. You know, maybe shorting ARK with SARK might be a good play over the next few weeks. There was another piece of data I want to point out here. Where was it? Is it on the spot? Okay, QQQ. You see this MACD flip, just flipping red? Okay, look last couple times that happened. Right here, MACD flip red. What happened? It went up for a little bit, but then big flush down. Over here, MACD flip red, big flush down. Let's look at SPY. Okay, let's see. See, MACD already flipped red, didn't it? On that one. All right, that's been, wow. Oh, no, let's go to the year. Is that the year? That's the weekly. Okay, so not flipping red there yet. So it's a QQQ gives us that signal. So there's different signals I'm looking at that's giving me pause. And also, to be honest with you, the reaction in Tesla, which we called to the T almost. Well, that was crazy. I covered it in depth on the post market wrap yesterday. In fact, that post market wrap show last night was so good. I might just leave it up over the weekend. But in any case, man, I piled into put options at like 215, 216 right when that recall news hit. It was looking for an excuse, right? Yeah, I'm not going to recap the whole show, but it's not just the fundamentals. It's a sentiment. It's a technicals are stretch, and any excuse, even if it's perception, is going to be enough to trigger, a pullback. Like that all goes into the calculation. But the speed and the depth of this pullback was a little like looking at a 5-day chart, it's not that surprising. You look at a 1-month chart, you got more room to go. Maybe this goes to 190 support. It looks like your next big support, right? Yeah, and then the 20 DMA is rising to 190. So maybe it goes down to 190, right? But still, the speed of that drop was like crazy to watch. And when you see that, it's a sign that there's like so much excess in the market, right? That there's a lot of profit people are willing to take quickly. So because of all of those signs, I'm not as constructive on the market. I think I'm going to have a short bias. Maybe even look for short plays, maybe buy puts here and there. We'll see. Now, there was one stock. I think Google, I've been saying it yesterday, it could be a standout. I still think it's going to overperform. I'm not convinced it could go green, though. If the whole market takes a nosedive, maybe it's going to test this 50 DMA again here at 93.88 or so, right? But if the market kind of stays neutral, it doesn't dive or whatever, my target's still 98.50. I still think Google's going to outperform because it's got to make up this big drop that was because of the AI stuff, which really the sentiment has been kind of reversed on Bing and ChatGPT and Google. I think that sentiment's been largely reversed, and this is going to make a move back to the 20 DMA. It's just a matter of the timing, and hopefully the market doesn't completely crash. Now, this morning, individual stocks, the only real big news out there on individual stock is Deere. And man, I slammed it. And we talked about it early this morning. I got in initially at like 415, but it went down to 411, 412. Shmuel challenged me, said, hey, maybe this is why it's down. I looked at it. We said, no, I don't think that's the reason. I think it's just a technical retrace trying to fill the gap here. You know what? I hope we get that again at the open. I hope we try to fill the gap again at the open because I'm going to slam calls if that happens. But anyway, I did the math. Big earnings beat, both on revenue and earnings, but also guidance. The EPS for guidance, the earnings was increased by $750 million. I did the math on that and threw on a 15 PE. You can see the PE right now is 17.5. I did the math on an additional $750 million net income, and that comes out to like $38 a share in value, right? And yesterday we're at 405, throw $30 a share in value on that. Where's that take you? That takes you right to the 52-week high, basically, of $448. Okay. Now, what are your resistance levels here? You have the 50-day moving average at 423. And after 423, I think it's sky blue. Those are your two levels, 423 and then the 52-week high near 440. And fundamentally, that 440 makes sense with that net income guidance increase. So let's see if we can buck the trend. Already doing that this morning. Man, look at it. I love it. Okay. Now, sympathy play possible. I do last time Deere gapped up. By the way, we did with some homework on the last earnings beat on Deere. Look at this gap up, huge gap up, and it just ran all day long. It peaked at the 52-week high basically on that day, right, and came back down. So it has a precedence here for even if it's gapping, it can still run. And then I looked at what did TWI do on that day, and TWI did move up, but it wasn't as strong, and it quickly gave it back. So there's a possibility it does something similar here. Maybe it goes from like 15, 40 to 16, at 20 DMA, and then pulls back either today or Tuesday, something like that. But there's a possible quick trade in that $1 billion company there on TWI in sympathy. Sting, I just want to note there was an analyst upgrade, $80 price target. I called it last night on the post-market show with a little help from Matt, because Matt was saying, hey, he thinks the book value is going to be around 80 or something after this report. So I threw it out there that, hey, tomorrow morning, maybe we get an analyst upgrading with an $80 price target. There it is. And maybe that's going to be a catalyst for the stock to run out of the gate this morning. I'm not in it now. My highest conviction is Deere. I think I'm just going to focus on Deere today, but wouldn't be surprised to see a Sting move a couple more bucks this morning on the analyst upgrade. CYH, thank you, Chris Tuttle, for this idea yesterday. Big move. I just played it intraday. It's on our radar. Potential turnaround story, potential multi-bagger in this company. We got a couple big upgrades, price target increases from like the $3-4 range to the $8-50 range over here. So something we're watching. Maybe we'll do a little more fundamental research on with Chris. And it broke a key 200-week moving average. So thank you, Chris, for that trade idea. And now a possible investment idea that's on our watch list. I do want to mention Monday night, I mentioned Tony will be giving us an idea, a stock, which could be the next Intuitive Surgical. Is that what it's called? ISRG? I'm not even that. I've heard about it a lot, but I've never invested in it. Yeah, Intuitive Surgical, ISRG. So ISRG, you can see this chart here, mega cap, $84 billion, well, large cap, and then mega cap compared to the micro caps we usually play in. But ASXC, a $236 million company that apparently is in position to compete with Intuitive Surgical. Tony threw me a lot of due diligence last night. I didn't have time to read it all, but Tony has been so good. His stock's up significantly already, but Tony's been so good with some of his ideas and his timings. We're giving him the floor on Zoom Monday night at 9 p.m. to take us to school on ACXC. All right. And we're going to learn more about that Monday night. Again, the markets close on Monday. So Monday night, 9 p.m. The link's going to be in your app on, and we'll be talking to Tony on Zoom. Vegas just joined us on the backstage. We've been playing Deere all morning, DE. Can't wait to talk to you about that. Okay. And then what else we got? CYH, we talked about. Oh, TFFP, disappointing news. Thank God I didn't play it. We had that catalyst last night, the company update, and you can check the research room of why people were not happy about that. GNS, I got completely out of. I'm done. I think the catalysts are played. I don't see any immediate catalyst coming up anymore for this. It's going to stay on our watch list, but I'm done. We made great money on that. And actually, shout out for Vegas for putting that on our radar when the stock was under $2. And we stuck with it, and we're trading it with lots of catalysts and technicals, and it was fun. All right. All right, we're going to leave it at that and bring on Vegas. Good morning, Vegas. How are you doing?
Hi, good. How are you? It's Friday.
Good. What a crazy day yesterday. I almost made a ton of money buying puts in Tesla at 215, but I didn't have the guts. I didn't stick with it. I made a couple $1,000s, but man, I could have made like 30, 40 grand if I stuck with it.
Yeah,
so if
you know
you'd
what?
like,
When it
I'd
broke
love
the
to
porch,
hear.
It was great.
I'd love to hear your thoughts on Tesla and Deere and anything else after that.
Well, Tesla, it had that, listen, the market had some selling pressure. So we saw that, and then they had the comments about the software update and that it was a recall. Meanwhile, it's not really a recall. It's so stupid. I think it was just a way to get the shares pulled back to get some discounted shares. But, don't forget, Tesla also has Investors Day, March 1st, soon, right? Mm-hmm. So good to just keep that in mind. Tesla's Tesla. It's still a great company. Today in particular, it has to break 204 to move to the upside. So definitely watch that level of 204. Let me see what was it doing right now. It was at 200.63. So you know what? I'm not bearish on Tesla until it gets under 199. So if it gets under 199, it will not look too pretty for Tesla. I think if it breaks 199, it could actually pull back towards like 197.69. And then if that broke down, we could see some ugliness towards, the low 191-ish. So yeah, I don't know if it'll go that far down. It really just depends how they, kind of volatility we can expect. I mean, today's options expiry as well. So yeah, we're going to see some major volatility in general.
A lot of volatility.
Yeah. So, but I remember a couple options expiry ago, we had some fun momentum. So I'm prepared for anything. I mean, I've made phenomenal money on Tesla, so no complaints on my end. I mean, I've rinsed repeat it 2 weeks in a row. So very happy with
Nice.
the gains on Tesla, not from the options angle, not from the stock angle. And you know what? I mean, nothing wrong. Listen, stock's not going to run forever, but let's talk about Deere, because you said you traded Deere, and Deere had the earnings, right?
Big beat, and they raised
Big
guidance.
beat. I mean, my God, they beat by $1.51 billion. And, their first quarter performance is a reflection of the favorable market fundamentals and the healthy demand for the equipment. And that was comments made by John C. May, who's the chairman and CEO of the company. He also said, at the same time, we're benefiting from an improved operating environment, which is contributing to higher levels of production. And so I think this is just incredible to see results like this on this company. And it kind of reminds me, like, unfortunately we didn't see this kind of results with CAT. This is different than same line of business, but I think that they had strong execution. Their net income forecast was 8.75 billion to 9.25 billion,
which was an increase, by the way. That net income forecast is an increase of $750 million. I threw on a 15 PE, Vegas, on that $750 million, and it comes out to $38 a share in additional value. Stock's up $17 right now.
Well, you know what, though? So the thing is, the other thing, too, what he did say was that they definitely look forward to another strong year on the basis of positive fundamentals, low machine inventories, and a continuation of solid execution. So he said that they have confidence in their ability to execute on our LEAP ambitions and run our business with real purpose, real technology, and real impact. So I think this is definitely one to just keep your eyes on. Earnings winner, guidance winner, smashed it out of the park. And we also saw that construction and forestry sales moved higher for the quarter, primarily due to higher shipment volumes and price realization, partially offset by the negative effects of foreign currency translation. And so the operating profits improved due to price realization and improved shipment volumes, partially offset by higher production cost. So that's, good to them. Good job, CEO. We love CEOs that know how to run a business. So sounds great. Love it. And look forward to seeing some more great results. Your growth for this company looks phenomenal. So love Deere.
Talk to me about your price targets for today. I'm curious if it aligns with what I mentioned earlier.
On Deere?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have any targets for today. I'm not going to be trading it. No, because I have other trades I'm going to look at that I'm going to trade, but I don't know about Deere. It's already had a gap up, so I'm not too sure how much more does this want to go today. I mean, it could still go, but I'm not going to be trading this. I'll probably look at trade it if it has a pullback day, because obviously these stocks do have pullbacks. So I'll definitely, it's gapped up too much for me to want to trade it. Too much hype on it. It's earnings winner. But maybe this can go to 425. Maybe, I don't know how much more it can go for one day, but you know what? The volume's not bad. I mean, look at the volume. I'd like to see it over 200,000 on the volume. It's a little bit low. The volume's a little too low for me. I'd like to see it break 200,000 on the volume, and then we could see maybe more buyers coming in. But if this can get over, it did go to 8 EMA and 21 EMA. So this stock, over time, especially with the phenomenal news, this has room to I would say 447, and longer term, this could see 460, 488. So, we could head towards that $500 eventually. But for now, let's stick to those levels. Yeah, but not today.
Sounds good.
Longer term.
All right. Well, we have similar targets, but I think it might happen today, actually. So 450 DMA at 423, 424 is my first target. And then up there at 440 is a possibility. Look what it did last time, Vegas, when it beat earnings on November 23rd.
Yeah. So you're trading the comments? You're trading the comments?
I bought the commons in pre-market. I was hoping the stock would stay at like 410 to 412 so I could buy calls at the open. So I don't know about that anymore, but I bought.
You know what? I'll have to see what the liquidity is with these options too. Because the thing is with these options, right? Like you can buy like an option contract on any company usually. But the thing is, like sometimes the volume's just not there. So it's like you can buy the contract, but who the heck are you going to sell it to if you make money? Like there's no buyer. So
hey,
I like to
this
look
has
at
zero
the
DT. This has zero
that's what
DT
I'm
Friday
saying.
lottos.
The 425. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at them. So the 425s closed at 158, and the 430 calls, like I would call a
Wow,
super
those were
lotto.
expensive yesterday.
They're still
People were
expensive.
expecting
Yeah,
a big move.
98. So they were obviously expecting a move here. That they were
Yeah.
pretty
Wow.
pricey. Yeah, not
Wow.
too bad though. But yeah, so you could look at zero DT if you wanted. Probably better off to go to something next week though, or monthly March, because this is an earnings winner, guidance winner. So that's phenomenal. Like green all over the place. So it looks fabulous. Fabulous.
All right.
Congrats to
Anything
dear
else?
traders.
Anything else on your
Yeah,
mind?
so let's talk about DoorDash.
Oh, yeah,
So
I didn't cover that.
DoorDash is going to be one of my trades today. I do like it here this morning, and I'm going to be looking at Dash calls as long as it's over 69.03 and room to like, I'm going to say $72. So on DoorDash, definitely going to be looking to trade DoorDash. And I think I'll be watching. And don't forget, they also, stock was up. They had a buyback of $750 million of share buyback,
Oh,
right?
yeah? Nice.
Yes. I don't know if you saw the earnings report, but they also had
I
issued.
heard that they had earnings, but I did not look at it yet.
Yeah. So DoorDash, strong guidance as well. Okay. So very important to note, conference call transcripts, they take a lot of time. At night, I like to read transcripts, and everyone else likes to go out and
Nice.
party, and I'm reading transcripts. So DoorDash did soar after it knocked out, by the way, higher revenue than anticipated in Q4, and they set very favorable guidance. The food delivery company had 467 million orders, up 27% year over year, and monthly active users using the app was up 32 million from 25 million a year ago.
Wow.
So they surpassed that. And their Dash Pass, because you can buy a Dash Pass where every time you order, you don't get charged a fee, right? You pay a flat rate each month. That increased to 15 million subscribers versus 10 from a year ago. And all that activity helped them their revenue ahead of consensus estimates with a 40% increase to $1.82 million. That is great. The thing is also the board of directors approved a buyback plan of $750 million, which is phenomenal. We love when companies buy back the company stock. And they also said that Q1 and 2023 outlook, they anticipate a consumer spending environment that is consistent with the recent months. They also said, here's what I liked. They anticipate significant levels of ongoing investment in new categories and in the international market. So I like that. So it looks like a growth story happening here with DoorDash, and it looks extremely good. So definitely earnings winner, share buyback, strong guidance. This is one to definitely watch for today. Looking for
Sounds
this to head
great.
maybe to 72. Yeah. What did I say my target? $72 is what I'm thinking for today. So a couple dollars. So
Nice.
I'll be trading that. And what about DraftKings? You didn't talk about DraftKings. Why aren't you watching DraftKings?
I'm not watching it. Tell us about it.
Oh my God. What are you watching?
I got 300 other stocks to watch.
I know, but you got to watch these earnings. You're watching deer. You're missing out on DraftKings. My God. You guys know DraftKings had earnings yesterday after hours as well. And DraftKings, hot ticket commodity, with sports betting is huge. And they also did really good. They gained, the stock was up 9%, right? They had a strong earnings report on DraftKings. And they did say also that they had also a buy rating from a hold. They have many buy ratings. And most importantly, the beat and updated guidance supports our view that DraftKings' specific positioning in the market is secure and liquidity should remain ample. So, they have a lot of upgrades this morning as well on DraftKings.
Nice.
Morgan Stanley said that the beat and raise,
Wow. Nice
along
move.
with existing states hitting profitability, reinforces the bull case and said the company is proving out the path to profitability, which was outlined in their initiation and outlook, which should give a re-rating on an absolute basis. So we have an overweight rating of this. We saw DraftKings this morning hit $20. Currently at $19.95. So it's on my watch list for today as well, just so you know. This can
Looks
still go
great. I
like
like
maybe
it.
to like $20.80 is what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I really just anticipate like another dollar today. I'm not going to anticipate more. So DraftKings, another trade, another earnings winner. So pay attention to these earnings winners.
Sounds good. I do like
DE
that
is
one.
not
I
the
don't know if
only
I have.
game in town, right?
Oh well.
Listen, this stock is more attractive to me price-wise than Deere.
There we go. It's stock number 299. I think I got room for one more.
Add that on there.
All right.
Yeah. Add that on there. DraftKings, fabulous earnings winner.
Sounds
And by
great.
the way, the options are cheap. They closed at 40 cents, the $20 call. So I'm going to go in there this morning.
Wow. Interesting. Nice.
Well, I don't know if they'll be 20, but they'll be 40 cents because clearly earnings winner, and the earnings was last night. So
good stuff, Vegas. Thanks for putting that on our radar.
Okay.
We're going to be off on Monday, so enjoy your 3-day weekend. President's Day
you guys
on
enjoy
Monday.
the weekend. Yeah, enjoy the long weekend, everyone.
Sure. We're talking about a new stock Monday night on Zoom. If you'd like to join us, 9 p.m. A microcap that could be the next Intuitive Surgical.
Ooh.
It's ASXC. So if you got time, join us Monday night.
Yeah, definitely join. Sounds great. Everyone, have an amazing trading day, amazing weekend. We love you all. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a great one.
Take care. Bye-bye.